Welcome back. It is day 7 on the new account. Let's go ahead and log in. Excuse me. And we will see the weekly reset's not quite as interesting on this new account. I did attempt to get into APOC 1, but I wasn't able to hit the bottom chest, so we didn't worry about that too much. But let's take a look. We can grab our chests from Guild Boss. Oh, those are super valuable right now. They will eventually stack up and be meaningless, but in the early game, those are so helpful. All right. I will not complain about 2 of those. Okay, so we got a lot of promotion resources. That's a good thing. It'll be almost 2 weeks so we can get into Guild Wars, which is probably also a good thing. That'll give us a chance to build up some reasonable BP and be able to do something. I remember on my last new account, I couldn't even kill the bots in the guild I was in the first week or so that I did Guild Wars. So, but I think this week is going to be a little bit more constrained. We will be holding resources for the Sun Wukong banner. I believe we will also get a Salas Fierna banner as part of our new player banners, and so ideally what we're going to do is pity manipulate over there, and if we could get Vierna, that bond skill would effectively double Silas's ultimate, which would just be huge for us early on. I think my plan for this week will be we'll go through our daily process. We'll wrap up at the end, but I also want to spend a little bit of time maybe highlighting one piece of content. So, picking one thing on the account that we think we can progress in and then demonstrating why we're either able to make that progress or not. So, yeah. We're also going to be able to get our free legendary today. We'll definitely do that after we hit the guild boss at the end of the day. I think ideally any of the lords would be best for us. But some of these other heroes would do a lot of work. I would say Salazar would be useful, but we confuse him. Valkyria would do a lot of work for us. Setram would do a lot of work for us. Um, Lasir less so, especially since we have the new sign-in anti-healing character. Regulus would be a great tank for us. Azor and Absin would never get built. Nocturne, single target magic damage dealer, we would probably use him, although I wouldn't overinvest. Shamir, not usable. Zealous, once he gets his artifact, could be very usable. Allura is nice on that right side in Gear Raid 3, so she would definitely get used. We have enough marksmen. I don't think Calypso would see a lot of use. Cratch would not see a lot of use. Kai actually might be one of our better options. We do need an AoE marksman, and since we don't have one even in the epic form, he would put in work. And Brokir is out of the regular heroes here, he's probably the one that will get used the longest in an account. So very useful as well. Although less immediately useful. And Orem probably won't get used. All right. So yeah, we have a plan for today. I think I will. I'll just go through some stuff and then come back and just showcase progressing or at least attempting to progress on part of the account. So I think the plan right now is to at least do one run of Guild Boss. What this will allow us to do is complete this reward, and then we can see what legendary we get off this list. After that, I think the plan right now will be to see how we can progress through some of the gear dungeons, the gear raids. But let's go ahead and do this. And this can give us an idea of where we are. Yesterday, we were able to just scrape by that 2100 mark here on Nightmare 2, and we're going to try to do that again. We did have a help of a very nice, I think it was a Sun Wukong here. So we're going to look for somebody to help us out. This Arrogance has about 10k attack. He could make a good option. Sun Wukong's much lower attack. That's the same Arrogance. We'll look a little bit more. We're going to go with this Sun Wukong right here. And let's see if we want to have any substitutions here. I think this will be a good setup, so let's give it a go. Since we don't have any buffing sets, we won't have to worry about the placement styles, but that is something to consider long term. All right. Okay, everybody's in the healing range, and everybody is deployed. We are going to wait until the first shield, and then we will go all in on the ults. All right. So we'll just have to keep an eye, make sure their healers can keep everyone healthy. We'll use Hollow's ult here. And we might just hold on to the Sun Wukong ult to see if that's enough to break through the shields. Okay, that seems sufficient. As long as we don't have any, yeah, we lost people. I know we have a little bit of issues with that healing. I think it stresses the healers out to have that last DPS. So we might put a tank out. His ultimate helps mitigate damage. I'm going to restart this run and just make sure that we can get that final chest. So I know I had a couple people ask me in Discord why I didn't have all the DPS in place for the last run, and this is why. Just because our healers are not all maxed out, they stress out a little bit because they are not all. They're both single target healers, so I think the first shield we should probably be able to use everyone's ults early and still break it without a problem. I think we can hold Rox's ult until just before the last shield. I think we should be able to break the shield with Silas's ult here. Okay, so we're in a good position here. I think this is where we struggled a little bit. So as we get closer to, we'll be mindful more of our healing. Use Tosomi there. And then we're going to use rocks here to hopefully help keep everyone alive. Okay, broke that last shield. And we should be able, we're hitting well over where we were yesterday, so. We might lose some people here. We're getting pretty low, but we're here in the last 10 seconds or so, so yeah. So we definitely need to work on our healers a little bit, but still hit the max chest on Nightmare 2, so I think that's good progress. Let's go ahead and see which legendary we get out of this pack. That can kind of potentially inform us or see if we want to develop someone else or work with what we have as we look to doing the gear raid. So moment of truth, here we go. Oh, I thought it was going to open for us. We need to go open it. That was anticlimactic. All right, Nocturne. Probably one of the weaker options, but right now, probably our best single target magic damage is Numera, and I'm not sure we have a place for him, but he'll definitely get used in faction trials, if nothing else. So, never bad to get a new legendary. I can't remember the last time I've seen his cinematic. I did notice we have a couple ancients here, so I'm gonna go pop them. I don't anticipate us. Um, if we could get an epic lord here, it could potentially be helpful, and I don't anticipate us being able to stack these up a whole lot. So I also don't anticipate hitting anything, but I'm not going to complain. 3 ancients, we'll take a crack at it. And nothing here. So I don't think the Nocturne changes our plans. I think what we will do. I don't believe I got a divine. No. Okay. So reset's not as dramatic on the weekly end for folks. So what we're going to do today is go and look, and we'll just start from Gear Raid 1. So we've made it to stage 14. Let's just look at the team and see what we like, what we don't like, what our plan would be. For one, we'll definitely use Hollow instead of our blue healer here. Tazir probably doesn't have a role here. And just looking who we have, Navras is just too low level. I'm not sure I'm willing to invest to try to push him up. We could throw rocks in just if we get the boss through the first hole, but not the second one. I think our primary damage dealer is going to be Aurelius. So he's level 48. We're going to bump him to 50. We don't quite have enough to start him up, but I'd like to see what he can do. For one, we're just going to go in, not look at anything, and see what a run might look like. So I'll talk you through some of my placements, um, some of the reason why. I like to put Aurelius here. The major reason is he will take some damage from the crossbows, but then if they break down the first wall, he will still be able to continue to help. Um, this placement on Diao lets us give inspiration to units here, as well as him, and we can have a unit up here as well as here that gets inspiration. Um, Probably Pharisee just to keep everyone alive, and probably Hollow as well. We've gotten a little greedy with our placements, so um, that's kind of why we're going to go ahead and hold with him, see if we can clear out some of this stuff here. Um, the only other character that really does AoE is Elysia, so we'll go ahead line her up. We'll drop her ultimate and use the lightning button she has. Aurelius is getting back to his ult, so yeah, we can see here we doesn't look like we're having a lot of success. Um, it just feels like things that are sitting on the wall too long. Nothing's dying so far, so I think the biggest takeaway here is we need to kill quicker. I think what that means is Aurelius probably needs to either be upgraded or get better gear, probably a little bit of both. So we're going to take the temporary solution of gear before we look at upgrading him, just so we can kind of walk through. Let's see, we have a little bit of dust we can invest in his skills as well, so not a whole lot, but every little bit helps. Okay. So they all went to this ability. And looking at his gear, he definitely has a hodgepodge of gear. What we're going to do, since he is the star here, is we're going to put the best gear on him. So there are some pieces of gear. There's a two-piece of deadly aim that you get scripted through the storyline. And all our best gear's on Silas right now, but we're going to put it on him. We're also going to put, there's a Doom set that is scripted as well, and we're going to put all of that on him just to see how far we can go. So pretty significant increases. We were able to get his artifact through the login. I don't think we have any augmentation. Oh, we actually do. I'm not sure where we got this, but we're going to throw them both on him. So nothing major, but significant stats there. So the next steps that we could do for him is get him to 60 and then get his last star in promotions as well. But let's see, based on those changes, we're not going to worry about Silas's gear. We can just come in here and we're going to quick equip him. It will work for what it is right now. Nothing awful, but nothing great. So let's see if these tweaks can let us progress through the stage. So we're going to use our prior placements. Although I noticed we didn't get the crossbows right away, so all right, we have our inspiration and we used our AoE and we were able to clear that much quickly. So a lot less damage on the wall there. Just switching gear was very significant in what we're able to do. She also has a debuff that she's able to put down, so we will see if that's able to help us. All right, so we were able to clear that wave without using his ult again. So we're going to use his ult here. And we're going to freeze everything to try to keep that wall going. So people are getting lower, so we're going to drop a Pharisee. And we're holding on to that wall. The boss is going down. We're in a good position here. We got our ult back on Aurelius. And we're able to drop some ults here. We're going to drop Numera. If that wall goes down, she'll probably die fairly quickly, but at this point, we're just trying to stall, and we're going to drop rocks in there to try to stall as well. So Aurelius is back up. Mostly, we just need to kill all of this stuff before they break down the walls. So this is just kind of a demonstration and the process for, evaluating on a newer account where we are in gear raid progress and what decisions we can make in order to continue to progress. That's actually a decent piece. On a healer, you can have the attack and the healing effect. So I usually wouldn't keep that on a later account, but potentially will get used at this point. All right, let's go ahead and check out stage 15. I anticipate this might be a little more difficult because once again, we're bumping up a level, but let's go ahead and see if we can make progress. So we're going to use similar setups. We have our inspiration, so we're going to go ahead and use it. And we're going to get hollow down first. And once again, we're able to keep that first wall pretty clean. All right. And we're going to set her outside of damage range so she won't take hits. She'll be a little less effective, but we don't have to manage her life so much. We're going to wait till the other mobs get in range, and then we're going to use our ultimate here. Use Silas. And use Lucia. I think at this point we will probably get overrun before we can stall enough. But it looks like if we're not able to kill, we're going to be in a good position. We're kind of waiting for the AoE till everyone comes in. We're going to use that here. Elysia can get her ultimate off. And we'll drop rocks there just to stall off the wall. All right. Once again, we're in a race to see, are we able to clear everything out before the wall comes down. It looks like realistically, we have a good shot. So yeah, another progress. We didn't have to level our main DPS up, so all right, so we are going to go ahead and see if we can progress to stage 16. So we're not going to modify the team at all. I kind of felt like the last round we were hitting our wall, and it is making recommendations about needing more mages here, but we're going to give it a go. I think it will be more about potentially upgrading Aurelius than needing more mages. Also, Elysia does, she's able to act like a pseudo AoE mage as well. So get that inspiration out, make sure that it hits him, and then we will drop his AoE. And we're having to use both of their ultimates there. Drop a healer here. And we're already struggling here with the wall. We're able to get it done, but it's not as clean as it was previously. We're going to use Silas just to try to thin out, thin things out there. Aurelius is up, and Elysia is up. Use Hollow's ultimate to try to get some rage regen going. And this is a stage where having Laurel to be able to cycle might be beneficial as well, but we're going to go with what we have. Use a freeze here. We're going to time their ults together. Because of the buff that he offers during his ult, I think it is beneficial to time everyone together. Okay, somebody will probably go down there. We can drop rocks in just to stall. And we're just dropping everything we have. It does seem that we've hit kind of that wall of what we're able to accomplish, although there is a potential we can squeeze this one out. We are getting close to what we're able to handle. Yeah, with Aurelius down, he died in there. We'll see. Drop Numera in, put Elysia in. All right, so we were able to actually squeeze that win out. A little beyond my expectations, if I'm being honest. But I think this is probably where we're hitting kind of our effective maximum. I probably won't hold on to that piece. Maybe straight attack, that could work on inspiration unit. Okay, so 17. This may be where we've hit the end of the road, but we will give it a try. Realistically, I don't think we will be able to clear this, but I didn't think we could clear the last one. I think this is really a testament to how much of a force multiplier Diao Chan is. And Aurelius actually being a very solid AoE unit beyond his ability to grant anti-healing. Alright, so each level we go up, we're struggling a little bit more to clear out those mobs that are on the wall. Okay. Go here, here, and Numera. Alright, so we actually were able to clear them all out. Let's go with Aurelius. We should drop in all our ults here. See if we can stall with a little bit of freeze as well. So the nice thing about these early levels is, and all of Gear Raid, is essentially you get to not need a tank, right? So you're able to do these levels in a different way. So we're making progress, but things keep dying. Aurelius is especially subject to getting chunked down there, as we saw. I'm not sure these two will be able to come and bail us out before that wall goes down, but I'm certainly willing to try. looks like Aurelius is back up, so we will drop him back. Get that freeze in there. Drop his AoE. Alright, well, I guess I spoke too soon. This really is a testament to how much of a force multiplier everything is here, because to put it in perspective, we have cleared through level 17 of a gear raid with the primary character being level 50. So the one that we're leaning on to do all the damage is Aurelius Scale, and he is level 50. 18 would be a huge step. I've said it before, but I really don't think we're going to be able to accomplish this. But we're going to give it a go. I have not thought that for a couple levels yet. We continue to find success. So it seems like we're able to clear most things, and in doing so, the wall is able to stall things long enough for us to get a respawn and our other characters and pull out a win. We're struggling a little harder to keep things off the wall here, but that was true the last run, so that doesn't necessarily mean we won't be successful. Okay, losing some characters, but doesn't necessarily mean it's over. I was able to time some ults to try to keep Aurelius alive. That's usually right. Yep, those last couple shots is what takes him out. Um, yeah, we're just getting too much damage on that wall, so we weren't able to survive. So I still think being able to make it to level 18 of the gear raid with a level 50 primary damage dealer is impressive. From here, we're going to go ahead and upgrade Aurelius to level 60 and see if that makes this go better. I anticipate that it will, but this is kind of a process and a guide for how I think through using my resources here. So we need 2 more here. So that's exactly what we have. We may not have the experience to cap him out, but we will see. So we need 90 here. We'll blow auto battles as we need to. I need to progress these, but right now our focus is in progressing this gear raid. So even if I might be technically a little bit more efficient, we're going to continue onward and upward. Okay, so we're 18 short. Hopefully 3 more will do us. Yeah, 2 would have done the job, but we're okay. All right, so we got his promotion. And let's see where we are in terms of his experience. So we're a little bit short here. I do want to go ahead and showcase how impactful it is. We'll leave ourselves a little bit of energy to continue doing Gear Dungeon Zone. Almost. We need 50k more. I think that's 2 runs. Alright, so the only thing we have changed, we are good. So all we have changed from the last runs, we're getting him to a 6-star promotion and level 60. Let's see how impactful this is. For one, I think it will help him survive in this spot that maximizes his effective damage, but puts him at risk of taking damage as well. All right. Clear that wall, didn't take much damage. We'll go ahead and use Solace here just to help thin things out. And I think just the killing speed is keeping things off the wall and keeping that wall so much healthier. Although I do expect it to go down, I expect that we're going to be able to clear this level without too much stress. And Aurelius is staying a lot healthier here. We're going to drop ice just to stall things out. Put our rocks in there to offer some additional assistance. Use Hollow to keep Aurelius alive, and we use Pharisee's ult as well. So that last wall has taken a bit of damage, but very healthy. Was never really in question. So hitting level 18 in the gear raids is such a big step because now we will not get any more yellow gear. It's all going to be mythic gear, which is a big deal. So I think as soon as you can get to the 18s, it's huge for one because you get a legendary lord selector where we get to pick any of the original legendary lords. But for two, you get rid of no yellow gear. So, and you start getting ancient gear. 19 is also a huge step because you start getting tier 2 gear. So we will get access to the higher level sets. So I think that was a good showcase for today. We're going to wrap the video up just saying, although let's close it out and take a stab at 19. I don't anticipate being able to clear this, but just to demonstrate that the level changes pretty drastically. So we will take a stab at it, but the BP requirements take a significant jump up, and this is where the anti-healing comes in as well. So once again, we will have Aurelius in his core spot. We will set up in a similar way to what we did before. One of the main differences is there is only one wall here. And the anti-heal is necessary here because this character will drop a totem that starts to heal everything. So I don't think that we will be in a position right now to be able to clear this, but I am not against trying. And we'll just throw rocks out there to be a stall unit. And we're actually surviving pretty well, but we're just not able to have the damage. This is where we need more than just Aurelius as the primary DPS. So just to give you a taste of what we're looking at, I think as we upgrade more of the DPS, especially if we have any other AoE DPS to 60, it will help us to progress there. But I think getting to level 18 in the gear raid is a good point of progression, really how we getting out of that early game. And this is on a 7-day account, so we were able to get to level 18 of the gear raid, and we haven't gone extreme. This is not a streamer trying to push content super hard and super fast, so I think this is attainable. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.